Today's episode of the Chasing Daylight podcast is sponsored by Chasing Aces Golf. Golf comes with pressures and expectations, and that includes what you wear. Chasing Aces hats, performance polos, and t-shirts keep you looking sharp from the clubhouse to the tee box. Visit ChasingAcesGolf.com. You can find them on Instagram as well at Chasing Aces Golf. Even the best are chasing aces.
It was a busy spring. Last week was really a killer for me. My favorite tournament in the world, not getting to play the weekend. So I tried to come in and work a little extra hard here this week, and game felt in a good place. Just needed to give myself a chance, and felt really good to make a putt that mattered on 18 in regulation there. And then Patrick obviously getting unlucky in the playoff, but it feels amazing. I mean, I'm a little bit lost for words on what it means as a dad. He's got no idea, but it's a really special moment for sure.
It's crazy. They played that tournament in the Amazon jungle.
It sounds like he's calling in that interview from Jumanji.
Yeah.
It does.
What the?
Wow.
I didn't know they had the freaking Jumanji animals in where were they at?
Harbortown.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Hilton
Good
Head.
Lord. I mean, caw.
Yeah.
But I know all is right in the world at the Martin House because Jordan Spieth and his Titleist fanboy came through with a W.
Yeah.
I can't believe he won.
It's bittersweet. Yeah, he came out of nowhere.
I mean, so he shot a super low round on Sunday, but like for his score to hold up through, what was it, like 7 holes? And there was
and Lowry and Cantley and Varner all,
well, Cantley's speed was off on the greens, but I mean, still, like they were like one back, and I cannot believe his score held up.
Well, at course where you got to hit the fairways.
It's true.
And
I mean,
and
Lowry.
down the
I was going to
and-
bet on Lowry. I mean, he was pretty high odds for how well he's been playing, and that double on that when he went in the water on that par 3 just screwed him. Took all the momentum out of him, and
that was brutal.
I would have loved to see
Absolutely.
Varner win, but man, I mean, it was cool to see Jordan bring it home, and he sat in the clubhouse for 50 minutes, just cold as ice, and comes out and hits an amazing bunker shot, and it was cool. Like Cantley was plugged, and Jordan was against the lip, and he pulled it out.
Jordan's could have done anything,
Yeah.
and the fact that he stuck it to 4 inches.
I mean, it almost went in.
Yeah.
Almost.
And that would have been,
And he thinned his tee
reminiscent
shot. Like he was like 30 yards behind Cantley. I'll take Jordan over Cantley all day.
Are you hitting driver there, Jeremy? Are you hitting 3-wood?
I would probably hit driver. I would probably go a little more right.
I don't understand it.
But I don't know. I mean,
these guys
You'll
are
find
so
out.
good. I mean,
yeah, we'll find out.
You're going to have to do Instagram Live when you're there so we can see what you do.
I will.
What will Jeremy do?
I would just hit a cut off the OB right there, like the little nook, and then hit a cut because there's that small little area right there landing. I'd probably hit a cut, get a better angle, but
I'll work on my cut for the next month.
those guys know what they're doing.
You just draw it off the Spanish Oaks, okay? You just do you.
Yeah.
Are you guys staying on property there?
No, we're staying in Savannah.
Okay.
It's work paid for it, but so
Wow.
Nice job,
Well, that's
work.
been nice.
for my wife's work, yeah. So we got to stay where they. So it's like I think it's like 30, 45 minutes maybe to
That's not bad.
Hilton Head.
Wah.
I'm
Nothing.
excited.
Stop and get some shrimp and on the side. And,
Yep.
yeah.
Get some
good to go.
shrimp on the side? What are you talking about?
on the side of the road. Some shrimp on the side of the road.
Okay.
Joe's fucking with me. He knows I've been drinking. That's why he's starting in early.
Yeah, just go down there and get some shrimp on the side of the road.
Get some shrimp on the side of the road. And shrimp gumbo and shrimp, all kinds of shrimp.
All right.
Shut up.
Bubba.
Yeah.
Bubba.
Right? So,
Bubba
how happy
Bubba
were you?
Wanging
How-
yacht.
Winging yacht, Bubba winging yacht. Jeremy, how happy were you? It's been a year since Spieth won. Is this back-to-back Easter wins for him? Is that
yes,
what?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Master
Because the
Sunday
Valero
is
was
next,
last year.
Yeah.
Is on Easter next Sunday or next year.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Ooh.
All those things people have been posting about, he has risen, was fulfilled in that playoff.
It had nothing to do with Jesus. It was Jordan.
It was Jordan Spieth for sure. No. I was super happy. I mean, I had Shane Lowry, and he damn near pulled it off, but I think I was more excited to see Jordan win, even though it didn't help my point situation.
You still did well. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. It was. Is there just something? Because a lot of people were talking about Jordan Spieth and his draw, his charisma, and why Scotty Scheffler doesn't have the bandwagon, I guess you could say, that Spieth had when he's doing just as amazing as Jordan is. Both from Texas, both good guys, both young and winning early in their careers, but Scotty just doesn't have the following he had. What do you think it is about Spieth that just resonates with people?
I think he had a lot of explosive moments. I mean, his putting was just unbelievable, making all those long putts. The way he won the John Deere, the way he dominated the Masters.
One of the guys on Golf Channel was saying that draining putts is sexy.
Mm-hmm.
When you're draining 25 and 30 foot putts,
big putts,
big putt. It's like the home run. Chicks dig the long ball. Fans love the long putt.
Mm-hmm.
And Scotty just hits it close, so he doesn't have a lot of those. So
Scotty, he's just like, he's the guy that flies under the radar, but just he doesn't miss. And he's incredible.
To me,
but yeah, he's just not exciting to watch to me.
Yeah, to me, I didn't grow up or play golf when Jordan was really in his prime and explosive and dominating.
He's still a baby.
I just think that I didn't really want to see him win, but I wanted to see him win. I think he's just super likable. And at this point in his career, you've seen him go through the downfall, and you want to, just like Tiger right now. Tiger's been through some shit, and Jordan's clawing his way back, and obviously you want to root for that. And Jordan's just super likable.
Crazy likable.
Yeah, he's just likable.
I think, yeah, you're right.
I think you just relate to him somehow, you know?
Yeah. I think another reason is, there was a big gap that. We had Tiger and Phil for so long, and VJ was in there, and David Duval was in there, and a few other guys. But then it was kind of there wasn't really a player other than Tiger, of course, that kind of had that explosiveness. And I think Jordan had that early on.
And then he did it at Augusta too.
Yeah, and he kind of was the first of this new generation, like JT coming in and Morikawa and all these, Cantlay, all these younger guys coming in and just taking it over. So I think the golf game was ready for someone to come in and do that. And I think Jordan did it. He was young. He was, 20 when he won? 21?
21, I think, yeah.
So
I will also
could be
say,
part of it.
We love golfers that pull shit out of their hat. And Jordan's one of those guys that just pull shit out of their hat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he does it all the time.
He's like an escape artist, and he's like Houdini, and he pulls shit out. And when you think he's dead, he just pulls shit out out
the
of his
bunker
hat.
hole outs are great, but the ones the one the Colonial to win or the John Deere to win was amazing. That was to win a tournament.
Way better club toss than Rory.
It's so much better. But I think that shot yesterday was one of his best, even though he didn't hole it. The fact that he got it that close in a playoff,
up against the lip, he had it was a pretty good lie, but still.
Yeah, it was a good lie, and Cantlay was plugged, so he had to have a miracle in order to get that close. So that gotta help your confidence. You look over and see your partners doing that. But Bob had one of those, or Colby had one of those on Saturday, and just stuck it real close. So you never know.
Yeah, I think the draw for Jordan is he's super likable, and he's an escape artist. We all love escape artists.
Did you see all
For him
the
to
people?
for him to get that win yesterday is incredible. For his score to stick up, hold up, and
it was when I saw what he posted, I was like, wow. And then I saw how much more golf there was to go. I was like, oh, he's not winning.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Not at
and
all.
he didn't even have the low round of the day.
Yeah. Crazy. Did you see all the shit his wife got for shaking the baby to death?
She was
He's
bopping that
definitely
baby.
concussed.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
They're like,
He won't remember it.
Patrick
Yeah, he
Reed is an
definitely
exceptional
won't.
player. There was so many funny things. He thinks Billy Horschel's a good guy.
That was my favorite one. His post.
Oh man, I was dying. That was Golf Pro, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man,
That's funny.
that was absolutely hilarious. So, let's see. Let's chat some of the golf we played. Jeremy, you were up in Utah over the weekend.
Yeah.
And you teased Joe and I with, I'm playing a course that's under major renovations. I'll send you photos, and ghosted us.
I did. I am the
Totally.
worst. I'm the
So
worst,
bad.
like on the course phone photographer person. I am
So,
sorry.
where did you play? How were the renovations?
Yeah.
What was it like? Because I have no photo evidence. You could have
I'll
been
find
at
some
home the whole
pictures
time
send
and
them to you
never.
so you have an idea. But basically, it's a course that it was called East Bay. Tons of water, super flat, pretty long. Greens are always just lightning fast. But a medical school actually bought part of the land because the city owns it, much like a lot of courses there. So this medical school bought some of the land, so they had to change up some of the holes, and so they completely revised a lot of the layout. Brought in a ton of railroad ties, tons of sand, tons of like fescue and long grass, and I don't know if they got some inspiration from Bandon, sort of, because they've got a few like trees that have no leaves, and they've kind of shaped them a little bit. I'll send you some pics. It's pretty cool. But it's still grown in, so it's not the best shape, but pretty cool. Played there.
How'd you play?
Shot 2 over.
We're Nish and Chris, two very amateur golfers on a quest to play the top 100 courses in the UK and Ireland, after Chris set this challenge on a drunken Saturday night in my kitchen. Join us on our frequently humorous journey of a lifetime as we grapple with the logistical and financial challenge of playing some of the best courses in the world, as well as grappling with our games, because let's face it, it's never just about playing. Sometimes the score matters too. Listen to the Top 110 Golf Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh, nice. Good little
Yep.
major prep. Nice.
Yep. And then played on Saturday with a friend of mine at the old home course where I used to play. Played in a 2-man best ball and won that. So
Nice.
feeling pretty confident.
When was the last time you played there?
2 years before I moved here.
Before you were here. So what was it like going back? 'Cause it's funny. Like when we played Chimera on Saturday, and when I first started playing golf again, Chimera and Legacy were the closest courses to where I worked, and Chimera had amazing $25 a month, and you could unlimited range balls. So I was going there back then. It was called Tuscany. I was going there a ton. And then I think I've played it once with Joe in the last 2 years. So going there, it's funny now because my golf skills have increased, so it's a little bit different of a golf course for me. Mm-hmm. But what was it like for you going back and seeing a course you hadn't seen in 2 years?
It was different. I mean, they've also removed a ton of trees. This was a course that's like tree lined. Every hole is, if you get in the trees, you need to punch out basically. There's no just hitting through. So they've removed some of the trees, cleared out a bunch of the stuff around the lakes and the ponds. So everything looks super clean. But it was fun. I mean, mostly the people, you see all the people that you used to play with a lot, and so it was a good time. I used to be a better golfer back then, actually, when I used to play there, but it's one of those things where you play the same course a lot, you pretty much can shoot. I used to shoot like low 60s there all the time. And so it's different now going back. I mean, the whole Utah experience, it's been so long since I've been back there. Everything is just different. The mountains are huge. There's green everywhere. It was cold.
Trees everywhere.
Snow, yeah. So it was fun. It was a good trip.
All right, Joe. So you and I, well, you particularly and Colby, had an incredibly weird round of golf.
Yeah.
Where you both played, like, it felt like you both were struggling, but you both scored really well.
Yeah.
So what happened out of Chimera?
I don't know. It was just like super weird. Like I felt like I was playing like shit, but I was like scoring occasionally, and it was just odd. Started double birdie double. I think it was the greens out there, because the greens normally run at an 8 and they're kind of shaggy most of the time, and
They were not.
They were not shaggy. They were not 8s. They were at least 10, maybe 11. They were, I don't know if I would say recently punched, but they were punched within the last month, I would say. Like,
oh yeah, they were great.
yeah,
I mean,
they were
receptive.
They were really good, receptive, and they obviously had rolled them recently. It was just odd. Like I wasn't used to Chimera greens being like that. It was just very different. I 4-putted on the third hole.
I'm glad you brought it up.
Which, it was like uphill.
I've never seen him do that before.
And I know those
ever.
I know those greens pretty well, I would say, because I've played there a lot. The first one, the third hole, I knew what the putt did. Just broke a little to the left, and it was uphill, and blew it by the hole like 6 feet. Couldn't believe it. Next one was like a little bit downhill. I tapped it, and it just ran by the hole like 5 feet. I think it took at least half of the round to get used to those greens, because they were not doing what they typically do out there.
Yeah, it was strange to see the ball rolling that well on a receptive green.
Yeah, because like I said, they're typically shaggy, and I mean they used to have I don't know if they still do, but they have the board out there and it says greens are rolling at an 8. Like I think the highest I've ever seen it was like an 8.5. So
I don't think I've ever seen the greens roll higher than that out there.
Yeah, it was odd, but it was a good day. Chimera's in great shape and shot 5 over. I know I left quite a few out there, but it was just a weird round.
Did you enter into the Swing Kings?
No, because our round was already paid for since we played the skins game. So, but we did. St. Jude was out there. I threw $20 down, and I fucking yanked it hardcore. Colby got his money back, but
yeah, I got the CTP on 4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was nice. And then I birdied 18.
Barely.
What do you mean barely?
By like 2 feet.
Yeah.
I was almost closer.
That is 24 inches. That is a mile. No, Joe had a really good shot.
Did you guys take home some cash?
Matt did.
I guess I won $60. So
nice.
I was happy. The birdie on 18 really helped.
Me and Colby were like just crossing each other out because we'd burned.
Oh, they canceled each other out on like everything.
Yeah.
And then I just swooped in at the end and took everybody's money.
He birdied 18, which was a great birdie for him.
Yeah, I my tee shot, I took it over the water and cut it and was totally in my Tiger. Give me 1 yard! Give me 1 yard! And I needed it bad.
Yeah.
And just barely got it. And then hit a nice pitching wedge to 8 feet. And the only putt I made the entire day. I had 36 putts.
Yeah.
And shot an 83.
Yeah.
I couldn't putt to save my life. I mean, nothing was going in. Nothing.
I had 83
course.
putts, and I had a 4-putt and a couple 3-putts.
How many putts?
Like 33.
83?
33.
83 putts.
Yeah. It was pretty
but
windy, though. It was fairly windy.
It was
out there.
very windy.
That's what I heard. It was pretty violent down here.
I mean, Joe put a 360-yard bomb on number 11. That was a monster drive. I haven't seen a ball down that far in a lot of the time I've been playing there. And I played that hole downwind a lot.
Yeah.
And I have never seen a ball
And I
that
hit a
far
7-iron to like 18 feet and 3-putted for par.
Did Colby tell you nice par, though?
Oh, we were saying it all day.
Oh, nice putt, though. Nice par, though.
I was 3
nice
under on the
though.
par 5s. 2 or 3 of them I was on for eagles, but
Damn,
Yeah.
7-iron into that green is crazy.
Dude, it's ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I had hybrid out of the rough, which I've never gone for that green into. And I mean, I have lived in that right bunker forever. And the fact I was that far past it, I mean, I know the wind had a lot to do with it, but
I'll tell you what, we played up one box, and it's been a while since I played up one box, and it felt very short to me.
did it?
It felt very, very short. Even with the wind,
Yeah,
like even into the wind on some holes, it felt very short.
And on 16, it's still 7 to me, but 16, Colby hit it in the greenside bunker.
Yeah.
On the par 3?
No.
On
par
which
4.
hole? 16?
16.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he hit it in the greenside bunker.
Yeah.
I mean,
The skin
off
with
the tee?
with the gel
Off
cheese,
the
the
tee.
gel trees.
and
Oh
that
my
wasn't it
gosh.
wasn't downwind. It was kind of crosswind.
Wow.
Or no, it was downwind because 17
Yeah,
was
it was
crosswind.
downwind. It was downwind.
Yeah, I mean, greenside bunker. Just that's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the golf we played this last week. How about the Morgan Hoffman story?
Yeah.
Is that not an amazing? When I saw his name, I didn't even know he was playing, and then I saw his name. I'm like, that's not Morgan Hoffman. Morgan Hoffman, is it? And it's like, yep, sure enough. Great story. I encourage anybody. I know ESPN did a story on him. Adam was telling us about that, but Local Knowledge did a fantastic story on him where they went down to Costa Rica and chatted with him about everything that was going on in his life, from college to where he's at now. And fantastic listen if you want to get a little bit more insight on that. Fabulous story. And man, I really hope he gets enough points through his medical exemptions to get his card back, because that would be a hell of a
Yeah,
story.
that'd be awesome.
He only missed the cut by one shot, didn't he? Was it one shot? I know he was close.
I know he was gonna finish even or one under, and then he bogeyed the last hole to shoot even. So I don't know. I don't think he made the cut, but
Yeah,
we have
he
to
missed. I'll
have to
check
get
it
Jeremy
out.
on that.
Yeah.
And then that leads to the Chasing Aces report, brought to you by Chasing Aces Golf, one of our show sponsors. Corey Connors got a hole-in-one. Great hole-in-one over a leaf as it rolled to the cup.
Yeah.
But then I saw a stat on PGA Tour's Instagram account. He has 4 hole-in-ones in the last 593 days
Yeah.
on tour. That's pretty cool.
Pretty damn good.
I mean, what is your thoughts on a hole-in? I know Jeremy's got a COVID hole-in-one. Joe's got sitting on the lip, a gust of wind gives him one, and I've got a bunch of putting it close and off the pins, but none of us have actually holed one off a tee. Do you think there's more luck than skill involved in that?
Yeah, I think there's skill involved. I mean, there's always going to be luck, but
Yeah.
there has to be enough skill to actually put yourself in a position to get one. Unless it's some weird thing where it hits a tree and goes onto the green and goes in the hole. But, I mean, to hit it to the right place on the green to where you need to hit it, that's most of it.
Yeah, I mean, those guys know what those greens do. They pick points on the green. They know how many yards onto the green they need to hit. They know the break. I mean, they're hitting to spots on the green. So I think there is a bit of skill and a bit of knowledge involved with it, but still a lot of shit has to go right. So
If I ever get one, it's going to be straight up luck. And until I'm hitting, 50% or 60% greens, that is going to be straight up luck
yeah,
for me.
I think it's a combination of skill and luck.
Was there any other aces that you guys saw?
I don't think so.
No, but there was 3 or 4 guys that hit the pin, the
Yeah.
bottom of the pin, and just
Brendan
bounced off
Grace
6 inches.
Popped it out. I mean,
Yep.
there was a couple. Gosh. All right. That was the Chasing Aces report. So quick rundown here of this last week's winners. As we talked earlier, Jordan Spieth at 13 under won the RBC Heritage over Patrick Cantlay in a playoff. Hyo Kim, she won the, is it Lottie?
Yeah, Lottie.
Lottie Championship. Shout out to Dana. She made the cut. T67. Didn't have a good weekend, but she was out there. Tyson Alexander at 22 under won the Veritex Bank Championship. And Vegas' own Taylor Montgomery, UNLV's own Taylor Montgomery, had an amazing third round 64 that got him into contention. Finished at 19 under, a couple strokes back. So congrats to those people. Our picks. Jeremy was the winner this week. He had Shane Lowry. He came in third. You got 112 points for that. 30 points bonus for top 5. I had Lahari. He did make the cut on the number. I was scary about that because he almost didn't. Finished 66. He got 3.7 points for that. And then Joe.
Cut it out.
Kevin Kisner did not make the cut on back-to-back years at this event. So, standings through 26 events. Joe, 29.48. That number didn't change. I'm at 17.30. Jeremy's at 14.20. I don't know. Jeremy, you're higher than that. You're not at 14.29. You are at 16.29.
Nice.
So, a little typo for me there. Let's see. FedEx Cup, OWGR. So FedEx Cup, there was no changes. It's still Scheffler, Smith, Burns, Matsuyama, and Gooch. OWGR, there was a little bit of a change. Patrick Cantlay hopped, Victor Hovland, and Cam Smith fell out. So it's Scheffler, Colin Morikawa, Rahm, Cantlay, and Victor Hovland. Yeah. So Jeremy, let's go over what's coming up on tour this week.
All right. So we are at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans at TPC, Louisiana. 7,400 yards, par 72. This is a team event, so each winner would get 400 points. Last year, Cam Smith and Mark Leishman took the title. This is kind of a fun event in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
I always get excited about this, and then I never watch it.
I know, same. I have heard this course actually is, the few times I have watched a lot of it, the course is actually pretty cool. And New Orleans is a cool city.
Yeah.
And I think they like this. This is kind of a fun event for the players. Based on
take a little stress off.
Yeah. Some good teams this year. Morikawa and Hovland teaming up.
Very weird grouping. I didn't expect to see that. I don't know where that came from. They're maybe just young guys that, hey, let's go out and see what we can do. It just doesn't seem like that was a pairing that, they're in text chats together.
Cantlay and Schauffele, Sam Burns and Horschel. I know Horschel's played with a few different guys, including Scott Piercy when they won.
Yeah, there's some. I was bummed that there wasn't a Hojgaard pairing. I thought that would have been amazing. Xander Schauffele, he's playing with Cantlay. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, they played together last year. They're good friends.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. They're buddies.
I didn't know that. They're buddies.
Buddies.
Yeah. So try to watch that one this week. TV coverage, of course, Thursday and Friday, 12:30 p.m. to 3:30 on Golf Channel. Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to noon on Golf Channel, and then switch over to CBS from noon to 3 Pacific time.
All times Pacific Standard Time.
Yes, and then DP World Tour is at the ISPS Handa Championship in Spain, the Lakes course at Infinitum, Tarragona, Spain.
Infinium.
They're
back after a little hiatus.
Yep. LPGA Tour is the DIO Implant LA Open at Wilshire. This is another cool one that
Wilshire's amazing.
First time I ever saw that course really was last year when I watched this event.
So, new sponsor, DIO Implant, and it's in LA, DIO Implant. What are you thinking?
Breast implants.
Right?
Absolutely.
No, it's teeth.
Okay.
I'm like, wow, could you imagine the ads? I mean, yes, fantastic. No, teeth.
There's a lot of donut shops out there.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. So Brooke Henderson is the defending champ.
This is
Such a
when they
cool
released
course. It's
those
kind of
tie-dye LPGA hoodies last
Yeah,
year.
that's right.
Yep.
Korn Ferry
Just
Tour.
in time for summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you end up getting one of those, right?
Yep, I do have one.
Nice.
Love it. So comfy.
Korn Ferry Tour is at the Huntsville Championship in the Ledges in Huntsville, Alabama.
Beautiful golf course.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then finally, PGA Tour Champions is back. The ClubCorp Classic, Las Colinas Country Club in Irving, Texas.
Nice. So there's some, all the tours are back at it this week. Definitely tons of opportunity for you to get some golf watching if you're not playing. So let's take our break, and we'll be right back. Ask any golfer, and they'll tell you their hole-in-one story, whether it went in or not. Chasing Aces is a brand that was launched with the idea that everybody is welcome on the course. They believe in building a community through their shared love of the game. Golf comes with pressures and expectations, and that includes what you wear. Chasing Aces hats, performance polos, and t-shirts keep you looking sharp from the clubhouse to the tee box. So, take the pressure off. We're all here to have a good time. Walking the fairways and Chasing Aces means you see every hole as a golden opportunity. Please visit ChasingAcesGolf.com, and you can find them on Instagram as well at Chasing Aces Golf. Even the best are chasing aces.
Hey, I'm Bob West, your Vegas golfing real estate agent. Over the course of a 4-hour round, I can help you with some tips to lower your scores. I can also help you with your goals when it comes to buying or selling a home anywhere in Las Vegas or Henderson. Reach out to me on Instagram at @TheBobWest, or just send me a text at 605-881-5481. Give me a call. Let's play around.
Golfers, swing into Las Vegas Golf Superstore for the hottest new arrivals from Titleist, featuring the new Titleist Vokey SM9 wedges, their most superior handcrafted wedge design ever. The new SM9 grooves are cut to maximize the interaction of ball and face for lower flight and higher spin. Get precise distance and trajectory control like a pro with the SM9s. Swing by Las Vegas Golf Superstore and get custom fit today. Las Vegas Golf Superstore, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, and shop us online at worldwidegolfshops.com.
Welcome back. Everybody, please do us a favor. If you're in town and you're looking for some golf gear, don't go to Golf Galaxy. Don't go to Dick's. Go to the Las Vegas Golf Superstore. They have everything you need there. And a shit ton of Vessel golf bags. And golf balls. And clothes. And clubs. And used clubs. And trade-in clubs. And putters, everything. So, go visit them.
And more gloves than I've ever seen at another golf store. It's crazy, that glove wall.
Dude,
jeez.
Speaking of gloves, Greenlee sent me some of the new PXG gloves. Really good. Really good. I've been gaming the Callaway Tour Authentic, and I've got 4 rounds in it, and knock on wood, it hasn't torn in the palm yet, which is one of my biggest faults in my golf swing, is too much club slippage in the palm right there. And that I was showing Joe, and he's like, "Oh, just wait till it gets warm." It's gone once it gets warm. So we'll see. But let's do a little bit.
Look at this Instagram.
Instagram chat. Look at this Instagram. Everybody knows what this is. Jeremy, fresh off your Utah road trip, who you got for us this week?
I have at Golf Club Logos, and I could have sworn one of us did this a while ago, but neither of you follow them.
Really?
Yeah. This one's,
Yeah,
I mean,
don't think we've done it.
It's just logos from so many courses, and it's super clean.
Oh, yeah. It's
love
just
it.
the logo.
Yeah.
Oh, that sheep holding the golf club is hilarious. I love that.
It kind of reminds me of those apps where it's you have to guess which company logo it is.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a
How
fun
many
game.
do you know?
Well, yeah, they're real golf club logos.
Mm-hmm.
Stanwich Club. That's... Oh, we know what that one is. This is some good ones.
Yeah.
We got a local one on here. Do we got anything? Have you seen anything? Just Cabot. Kapalua, Masters, Oakmont, Pasta, Pebble, Sheep Ranch. That Harbor Town looks a lot like Sankaty Head. There's Sankaty Head. Club, Stream Song. This is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Great. How have I not seen this?
Yeah, we need to have them post like Desert Willows logo or something.
No, Desert Willows is trash.
Sunrise Vista. Great find. Great find. Okay, for me, this week I am going with the Epson Tour. This used to be the Symetra Tour, and the reason I'm taking them this week is because they are having their annual tournament at Copper Rock this week.
Saw that.
Yeah, so, and we love us some Copper Rock. We don't love their Instagram account, but we love the golf course. So make sure to give them a follow, Epson, EPSON Tour, on Instagram. You'll see some good footage on their socials at Copper Rock, which, God, I love that place. Home of Jeremy's 108-foot putt.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, who you got?
There. This week I got Golf Fits, GOLF, FITTS. One of their posts popped up on my Explore page, and I thought it was hilarious. It's the one of Colin Morikawa and Rory McIlroy as the cover of Step Brothers, and it says Bunker Bros.
Bunker Bros.
So
that is amazing.
So they do these interesting little cool images, and then they play the video on their second post, so you can see what they're kind of referring to, like Scotty Scheffler in a green vest, a green Augusta National vest, because we all
That's
know
hilarious.
he's having fun with his vest.
Jordan in the plaid suit.
Yeah, and then instead of Goonies, it says Golfies, and it's Jordan Spieth, JT, and
when they were kids. Yeah. Oh,
that's funny little
that
page.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
But I saw
This
the
is
Bunker Bros ones, and I was like, wow,
that is hilarious.
That's great.
This is the best golf meme page I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a really
Right?
so
much better.
It's so different.
It's creative. It's a creative golf meme page.
Very unique. That's a hell of a find.
Yep.
Yeah,
Love
pretty
that.
funny.
Oh, that's good stuff. Definitely give it a
Champ.
follow.
What is that even referring to? The Cameron Champ with the 80s?
Which one is that one?
I don't know what that's referring to, but
Where's it at? Which one is it?
The Cam
the
Smith.
Champ. I'm putting it on the page or on the screen.
Oh, let me look. Hang on.
Champ.
That
That is
extreme
a
mullet
and
is
a half.
absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful.
Super fun. Yeah. Funny stuff.
Yeah,
on
that is
here.
some good stuff. Congrats to the Mullet King. Oh, that's hilarious. I wonder what 80s movie that is.
It's got to be referring. I'm sure there's a bunch of innuendos on
Oh,
here.
with that
referring to other
neon,
shit.
that's got to be it. Yeah. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. Make sure to do that. Those are some good ones this week. Mine kind of failed in comparison to your guys's, but
Nah.
I know what I'm going to be scrolling on later. That's hilarious. All right.
I don't care if the sun don't shine. I do my drinking in the evening time when I'm in Las Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas. Dude, so I wanted to... Who was telling me this? Boston was telling me... He had a good name for it. I'll have to look it up and see. But I wanted to start just throwing out some prices for golf in Vegas on the weekends. So I did just a middle Vegas search for tee times on golfnow.com, and there's none available. It's hilarious.
Yeah. We need an
So-
explicit content warning before you start naming
Yeah.
prices.
So Stallion Mountain, this is Saturday, April 23rd. And that's my birthday, just so everybody knows. They've got 39 to 99. You know what? What was the other one that was better?
I mean, there's only like a few places you can really count on, and that's like in the $80 range, like Rhodes and Sienna. Those are good bets.
Are you talking about part for residents or non?
Yeah.
I'm just looking up in Vegas, you know, just to see what the rates are, so people, you know, have an understanding of what's going on in the valley when we, you know, say a course and they see it. They know, you know, because that's people that don't live here, they're gonna look on these websites for it. So Revere, my home course, Lexington on Saturday at 12:20, $145. Concord, 12:50, $150. Rio Seco at 9:20, $315.
Wow.
It's $315. Legacy at 6:30, $138. Wild Horse at 6:30, $82. Bally High at 8 a.m., $250. Chimera, which what we're playing on Saturday, 8:15, $170.
Insane, dude.
Club at Sunrise at 11:45, $32. That's not a bad deal.
Good. Yeah. Go there.
Desert Pines at 7 o'clock, $140. Cascada at noon, $550. Muni at, let's say, $1150. What do you think?
Where
95.
Muni, Las Vegas Golf Club.
Yeah, $90. Yeah, $90.
110. Boulder Creek, 7 a.m., 120. Sienna at Sienna at 12:30. Guess a price.
180.
167. Reflection Bay at 220.
I mean,
155.
these are non-resident prices.
Yeah, this is teeoff.com. This is what the courses are asking. This is why people pay these prices, why we're not getting any deals, because people are paying these prices. Angel
stop,
Park,
everyone. Stop.
136.
Everyone stop paying these prices. Go to Club at Sunrise.
So we've been talking about this.
A similar experience. You're going to play golf. You're going to put a ball in a hole. You're going to tee off a tee box.
You have a really good chance of finding some very creative trash in the ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll need to get a tetanus shot before you go, but no, it's actually, that course is actually, for that money, is totally worth it. The green's awesome there.
You're probably not going to have more fun somewhere else than you will at Club at Sunrise.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as you don't play a fade.
So TBC Las Vegas is open through April. May 1st is when they're shutting down. We've been talking about this in our Discord chat. So guess what their Saturday rate is for 130?
$320.
Yeah, 250.
Not bad. $339.
Golly, man.
Angel Park, Mountain Course, 140 at 1 o'clock. Arroyo Golf Club, 206 is the first time, $100. 145 after 2 o'clock. Palm Valley in Summerlin, 137 after 2 o'clock. Los Prados, $60.
You know what's the most disturbing part about this pricing is most of those courses have punched greens.
Yep.
Man.
So we get really good deals out at Paiute because we know some people that are members out there and they bring us along. But Paiute, 7 o'clock, snow, $200. Sun, $200.
Which you're better off paying $200 there than anywhere else.
Yes.
I'd rather pay $200 out there than $140 at Sienna.
How much is Prim Valley going to cost you to loop around there?
$80.
$90. $115.
Oh.
Right? I mean, we are in a pandemic, people. A pricing pandemic.
Inflation.
Holy shit. That is a lot of money. All right. So before we get into the odds, I want to give some time.
We need to open a pitch and putt or something.
Dude,
just so people can get their fiend on. They can
course.
actually hit a golf ball. mean, I'll be driving around town and I'll look at like lots on corners, and I'm like, I wonder how much that land costs. Like, cover that in AstroTurf, like create a pitch and putt. Man, I think that'd be so dope.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Gotta love your job.
We could
that
do
would
it.
be an amazing job to love.
We could do it.
We could do it. Let's do it. You heard it here first. We're doing it.
VGN pitch
What's
and
that?
putt.
VGN pitch and putt. So Friday, speaking of punch. Speaking of punch greens and crazy prices, we played our first King of the Green event of 2022 for the VGN. Had 52 guys on the schedule and showed up. So the greens were punched, and I am so sorry. I'm so apologetic for that. I should have been on top of that. It was a complete and utter fail on my part. So I apologize to everybody, but as Trey has always said, everybody has to play the same course. So everybody had to play on punch greens. It sucked. I'm sorry. It was windy. Never going to do this in April again. We're going to wait until the greens heal. So it'll be in May, either in the evening when it's cooler as the sun goes down with some lights somewhere or something. We'll figure something out. But congrats to Glenn. He came out, new member, and he's friends with Trey, lives with Trey and Julian, and hell of a golfer. He's a senior mid-am. He's played in that. He won the SNGA senior division last year. Hell of a stick, and came out and put on a putting clinic on some punch greens. So I want to give a shout out to him and everybody else that came out in the wind and the punch greens and gave it their best. I know I tried and failed miserably. Did make it to the 8, though, so that's
the most important. I made it to the 8
yes.
with a
made it to the
toddler by my
bracket.
side. So,
and it's so funny. I got out there a little early and was setting everything up, and we were done. And it was like 4, and it was like, "Why are we here so early?" And I said, "Because I got to set the course up." She goes, "But you're done." I said, "Yeah, but now I got to analyze it and go over it." And I was just making shit up to shut her up.
I was like, Matt's like, what'd you shoot? Let me see your scorecard. I'm like, I had 2 3 putts. Because I couldn't write down my score because, just...
Theo was, yeah. Oh. But hopefully the next one, I put a nice little thread together on Discord saying, hey, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
For those people that have never been, it's fun. It's a good way to get out and hang out with everyone, and
it's a great way to meet people that are in the league. And the putting that takes place is second, in my opinion, to hanging with everybody and meeting everybody and having some fun. Glenn walked away with $160 and a $300 putter shaft and the belt, so he was pretty happy.
Yeah, I will say, like, for us, obviously Revere is super close to us, so it's not a far trek, but for some people it's up the hill and it's far away. But
oh yeah, it's far, and this is the hard part about it is finding a facility that has at least 2 greens, so we're not taking warm up or practice away from players. I try to do it in the afternoon as late as possible, so you don't have people that are just going out. And, the rec golfers coming out to practice, like the dude that set up his chair and umbrella and camped out on front of the holes while we were there. We know there's a lot of that going on, but it's got to be big enough to have 9 holes because, we want to spread it out a little bit.
Yeah. What really sucks is Las Vegas Golf Club green. It just,
it's too small.
Las Vegas Golf Center. Their green just sucks because that would be the perfect spot to do it.
It used to be so
really
good,
good.
But it's so much on a slant. It would be hard to set up, and it's not big enough.
Yeah, all the center
Not big
city
enough.
ones just won't work out. Which
Dude,
is
I would
nice.
love to do it at Las Vegas Golf Club, but that green is very flat, and it's not exactly huge.
National's not very big.
It's very small.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Wild Horse under the lights, I think, might be fun.
Yeah.
Darden may help us out with that. A little bit more centralized, but there's not really a whole many. Valley High, I think,
Rhodes
would
might be pretty good. Rhodes has got a pretty big green.
Yeah, it does. You're right. and they've got a little area there where we could set up some lights to if it gets too dark. So maybe we'll talk to Rhodes. Good idea, Joe.
Siena's got a pretty decent green too. They'd have to cut some more holes than they typically do, but
yeah, that one's not terrible, and it's not a long walk from the parking lot to the green.
Yeah.
I want to try and make it as easy as possible. Oh, we tied it up.
Let's do Coyote Springs, and we'll take a party bus out there.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do it.
Right? I don't think they would mind. Now that green would be fun.
Yeah.
To have a putting contest on, because that has some undulation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good idea, Jeremy. Maybe we'll pair the September Major with the after King of the Green contest.
That is actually a good idea.
Yeah, that'd be good. Could be good.
I like it. Okay. That is the leader in the clubhouse. After 18 putting contest on the Coyote putting green after the September Major. Okay. I like it. We'll throw it out and see what everybody thinks. And then the other VGN news is we have our first major of the season coming up this Saturday at Chimera. Joe and I and a bunch of guys from the Double Par group all played out there like we talked about earlier. Course is in great shape. It's supposed to be windy. Shocker. The wind just has not stopped fucking blowing this year, and it is just starting to really piss me off.
Still better than last year, though. Last year was pretty brutal.
I don't know, man. It's been bad here lately.
Now, the wind last year was terrible.
Dude, you had a situation where you couldn't see
driving
down the road.
It was on a weekday.
Okay, so it doesn't matter, right?
I swear, like last year, we were playing golf every weekend, and there was like 8 weeks where it was like, can we just stop the wind? I want to play golf in calm weather once.
You gotta stop going to Paiute.
Yeah, it was brutal last year. I think we've gotten lucky this year. I mean,
for as windy as it was Saturday, the course didn't play as like a difficult windy golf course. It was very playable.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
I mean,
other than it didn't pick up until like 11.
My ridiculous tee shot on 9.
Oh, jeez. This dude freaking fruit ninja'd the fairway.
Oh, my Lord, Jeremy. You should have seen it. It started at the condos and ended up on the 17th fairway, or 8th fairway.
90 degrees.
It was the wildest banana slice I've hit in probably 15 years.
It was like a push it out there to the left and 90 degrees to the right. It didn't have like a cut on it or fade or slice. It just went out, and then it came across the entire fairway.
Right turn, Clyde. Wow. That way. It was
Fruit Ninja,
bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. I still almost made par.
That's all that matters.
Yes. And then I had a horrible tee shot on 5 after the par 3. You know, I stick it to 8 feet and then get up there and just worm burn one in the thick rough and hit a beautiful hybrid and then spun a ball back to the friends that, you know, I could have had a chance to make par there too. So my recovery's getting a little bit better. Got to get better off the tee, but. All right, Joe, let's get into the odds and get the hell out of here.
All right. Is there anyone you guys are liking? I took a look at it earlier today.
Yeah, there's 2 teams that I am interested in, but I don't know who I'm going to pick as of yet. All
right. Zurich Classic of New Orleans. Your favorite. Hovland Morikawa at 7-1. Cantlay Schauffele 8.5-1. Cam Smith and Leishman 9-1. Palmer Scheffler 10-1. Burns Horschel 12-1. Fleetwood Garcia 16-1. Gooch and Homa 18-1. Lowry Poulter 18-1, along with Neiman and Pereira. Riley Zalatoris and Varner and Watson 25-1. I'm not going to go through all these.
No.
Merritt Streb 60-1. Grace Higo 125-1. Higgs Smotherman 150-1. Hodges, Dan's playing in this. Hodges Whaley 225-1. Let's go all the way to the bottom. At the bottom, 500-1. Canoes Trainer Druitt Vanderwalt, Gainey Garrigus.
Dude, Tommy
Gooch,
Gainey and Robert
Gooch,
Garrigus. That
Gooch,
is a
Goochski
ball
points.
striker's just dream. Those guys smash the fuck out of the ball.
Goochski.
Don't know where it's
points.
going, but
Haas and Haas, 500 to 1.
the is that the Formula One team?
Haas and Haas?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Zurich Classic team of Haas and Haas.
Haas and Haas. Haas and Haas. All right, Jeremy, you are first up with your pick. Who's it going to be?
I'm going with Burns Horschel.
Oh, that's what I was thinking I was going to take. 12
Burns
to 1.
Horschel. What is it?
12 to 1.
12 to 1. God, Billy Horschel is just driving everybody crazy.
He's won this twice, so I'm hoping that and Sam Burns the way he's been playing.
He's the Ralph Lauren version of Patrick Cantlay.
Just bring back the octopus pants. That's all I want. Just one time. Bring back the octopus pants.
Like if Patrick Cantlay rode horses, that's Billy Horschel.
There's your new soundbite. Oh, hell. Okay, so the two that I am looking at, the first one was the Bubba and Varner, the Jordan brothers.
Yeah, I like them.
Pick at 25 to 1. And then the other one, did I write it down? No, I thought I wrote it down. Seamus Powers and Graham McDowell, friends from the great Ireland lands. I just don't know if Graham McDowell is going to play well enough to go with him. I don't know. All right. I'm going to go with Gooch Homa.
That's what I was going to take. Those guys are really good buddies.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, those guys are 18 to 1. I just found a pretty good sleeper, in my opinion.
Haas and Haas?
I didn't see this earlier. Big Visor Man.
Yeah, I saw that.
Bo Hostler and Sahith Theegala.
That you're going with?
Yeah, that's a sleeper team right there, I think. At 100 to 1?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bo's been playing great golf. Sahith almost won Waste Management.
Hasn't done much sense, though.
That's true.
Do you know
but
how hard it was for me to not take a freaking barn rat in Kitayama?
But he hasn't played that much either, Theegala. He's only played a couple times since Waste Management. I think that is a mismatch. At 100 to 1?
Ooh, are you willing to risk 200 points if they don't make the cut?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, they'll make the cut.
Okay, so you lose 200 points off your season total if they don't make the cut.
Hold on, I lose? How do I lose 200?
If they don't make the cut.
So they do miss. That's
if they
like
miss
official?
the cut, if they don't make the cut.
So then if they make the cut, I get 200.
No, you don't lose anything.
Well, that's not fair.
Well, you're saying it's a huge mismatch, and so I'm wondering if you're willing to throw 200 of your own points on the line.
But there's got to be an upside.
Yeah, you get the points for where they finish.
So does it double the points? I don't see how there's an upside to this.
There is an upside. You don't have to worry about it. It's all risk. It's all risk. Look, Jeremy and I are so far behind. We have to find some creative ways to try and catch up.
Well, if you're
Okay,
gonna
300 points. 300 points. How about that?
If you're gonna make me lose points, I got to be able to gain points at some point.
I'll give you
If they make the cut,
50
okay, so 2
bonus
to 1.
points
So,
if they make the cut.
so if they miss the cut, minus 200. If they make the cut, at least I get an extra 100.
50. I'll give you
No.
50.
Oh, so you're saying this is
Hold
more
on.
than 2 to 1 odds?
How about this? How about if they miss the cut, you lose 200 points, but we each get 100 of that. If they make the cut, we give you 50 points each.
So it's the same shit. It's I lose 200 or I gain 200.
Yeah. But I like Jeremy's creative ways of doing it.
Sure. And $5 a person.
Nah.
Nah.
I'll buy you an adult beverage.
Yeah. I'll Venmo you $2.85.
I just want the upside to be as good as how bad.
Do you have any cash for the
bad of
Skins
a
game,
pick it
Matt?
is.
I'm gonna Venmo you my beer. Venmo you my beer.
Yeah. We don't carry cash. We're in
There's
2022.
no upside. It's a risk. You're taking a risk. Are you so confident
Right.
in your pick
Right, but
that you're
what's
willing to sacrifice 200 points?
What is the point of taking a risk if there's no upside? There's no
'Cause
reward.
There's
It's
no
a
reward.
lose-lose.
It's a lose-lose.
Yeah, that
No,
makes no sense.
if they make the cut, you don't lose anything.
All right, so my pick is them at 100 to 1 and nothing else. If they win, I get bonus
Okay.
points.
Yeah,
And
I forgot to
evaluate
mention-
the risk reward. I mean, there's got to be rewards to risks. And my risk currently
Nah.
is 100 to 1.
Yeah, okay.
Because
I forgot to mention the format. I know everyone probably knows, but rounds. We should have said this before we picked our teams, but rounds 1 and 3 are best ball, and rounds 2 and 4 are alternate shot. They take the cut is the top 33 teams move on to the weekend.
Yep. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. Hostile
I want to try and focus on watching this on Sunday. I want to see. Well, actually, what's the first day? So day 1 is alternate.
4 ball or
ball. I
best
like-
ball. Yeah.
So Friday is the alternate. Friday and Sunday is alternate.
Yep.
Okay, so I like alternate shot. I like it when your partner puts you in a really shitty situation. You got to hit a crafty shot and then go tee off the next hole.
Yeah.
That makes it always fun. All right, you got anything else? Anything on your mind?
Other than shitty risk reward bets, no.
Okay, so think about this, or not think about this. Talk about this. So you know how everybody that's a golfer is really quick to like chastise somebody for their play, like Trey posting on TikTok was my handicap and people going, oh, you're a 12. You know, they just like to talk shit. So we're sitting waiting to tee off, waiting for the first group of our group to go off. And these guys are playing Chimera and they're playing from the tips. And I mean, Chimera is not long from the tips. It's like 6,800 yards, right? And there was 4 guys and 3 of them sprayed it all over the place. And then one guy just pipes it right down the middle. And, you know, my first initial thought is, what the fuck are they doing playing from the tips? You know, move up, have a little bit better control, you know, give yourself some better yards, blah, blah, blah. And then we get up there and Colby just stone tops one left. Joe puts one into the driving range.
But at the end of the driving range.
Yeah, well, that's because it rolled for 400 feet on the turf.
Pin high, but in the driving range.
Yeah, it went out of bounds before the bunker. And he's like, can I go hit it? I'm like, hey, that's up to you. I mean, the white stakes mean that it's OB, so if you want to go hit it, go ahead.
It's pin high. I basically drove the green, though. So
Yeah. Taylor hits his left, you know, and then I hit this little low cut down. You know, I was the only one in the fairway, and I'm like, the people behind us were probably going, what the fuck are these guys doing playing from these tees? So we're so quick to judge other golfers, you know, and anybody watching never would have thought Colby's a scratch golfer. Never would have thought Joe is a 4 handicap. You know, it's just, it's funny how we're so quick to judge people. And after that, I was like, maybe I just need to just not have those kind of thoughts in my brain about other people anymore and just worry about me.
it's hard not to, though.
It's so hard. So hard, especially when you see somebody with a really funky swing.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a million ways to swing a golf club and hit the ball. You know, I mean, Jim Furyk is proof, you know, positive of that. So it's really bad for us to do that. But I mean, I do it. You guys, I'm sure you do it, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, even when you're backed up and you see the group in front of you, and then they
Do that.
do shit like that, I mean, it's like, oh, these guys are fucking holding this up. You know,
It's human nature.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
But the weird things happen on the first tee. I mean, you probably didn't hit another one like that the rest of the day. It's just.
My second tee box, my second tee shot was the same.
Oh, okay.
Pin high. Right. On the par 5.
Yeah, he was in the 5th fairway.
Hey, I made birdie on the next one.
I'm like, hey, some people are coming. You may want to hurry up. Fuck them.
I think the difference. I think the difference is though when a lower handicapper does something like that, they don't let it phase them as much, and they are better at recovering from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you might see me hit a bad shot off the tee, but I'm still gonna make the best opportunity at that, and it's not gonna get in my head as much as it's going to a higher handicap.
Yeah. I mean, I was really happy on 5. Like I said, I hit that low burner and it just stopped in the rough. And I mean, that is not the easiest hole for me because I've always been right off the tee. And it's not a short hole by any means. I just stood up there and I'm like, oh, got to make par from here, and just piped my hybrid right down the middle and had a little flip wedge in. And so, yeah, I totally see what you're saying there.
Well, and here's the thing too, like on 3, like I hit an amazing 3-iron to like the end of the fairway on number 3, like probably like 250 3-iron, and then I hit the green, and it looks like I'm playing great golf.
Past my 5 wood.
Yeah, it looks like I'm playing great golf, and I 4-putt for a bogey. You know, it's just
that was so weird to see.
There's a huge perception when you're not playing in the group. You know, and it's easy to judge.
It didn't help that, 12 hours before that we were putting on sanded punch greens too.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there is perspectives to all of that shit, and but I do the same thing. I do the same exact thing. I'll see people swinging the golf club on Instagram, like, how do you even hit the ball? You know, it's fun. It's funny. And I don't consider myself a judgy person, but it just creeps into all of us.
I just, afterwards, and I started thinking, I'm like, dude, those people that were behind us in the next group, they were probably like thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Because almost the exact same thing happened.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, did you see, because anytime we play out at Chimera, I always got to go to the TikTok cart girl and see if we made any, behind the scenes videos with her. And she had this couple they were on a golf date, and he was trying to spike her drink. Fucking creeper, man.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Yeah, he ordered a rum and coke, and she ordered a coffee. And then when the girl walked away, he's like, hey, put some Baileys in it. And she's like, well, she's got to tell me that. And he's like, oh, it's okay. Just put it in there. She'll say no, but she wants it. And then the girl came back over. And she's like, what's going on? He's like, oh, he wanted to put some Baileys in it. And she's like, he's been trying to get me a drink, and I don't want to. This is just like our second date, and not really into it. It's like, fuck. Wow, creepers, man. It's
so funny, the TikTok girl, right? I mean, I don't know if that's what we're referring to her as, but the TikTok girl out at Chimera has gained some notoriety on social media, and you can, like, I was there the day she started. Like, I remember, I don't remember who I played with, but she was being trained, and now you can just see her like really playing it up. She's got a pink glittery backpack, and she's got like a short skirt, and she's like playing it up totally. And shout out Chimera for keeping her, because they probably would have lost a lot of money if they didn't keep her, because I know she was gonna go interview at a different course, but yeah, that's a draw.
Dude, she could probably make 10 times the money at like Bali High or Rio or Cascada.
Yeah. At Bali High, I mean,
at Bali High she would. Oh my God.
Chimera has to be paying her double or triple than the other people. Like, yeah, it only makes sense.
I mean, it was hilarious because we were sitting there, and the first car girl pulls up, and Taylor's like, must be too early for the TikTok girl.
I'm sure everyone else hates her.
It was funny because she pulled up on like the 13th or 14th hole, and it looks like, it's funny because you can see her like hoping she gets some attention, and none of us really gave her any. She looked like bummed out.
Yeah, totally. It's a different world.
Yeah, it's funny, man.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I say at the end of every episode, please head on over to iTunes, Spotify. Spotify, you can just click a little button and rate it. Just rate the podcast. Click, and once we get
let's
enough,
get some
it'll start
ratings,
displaying.
man. What the hell?
Yeah, Jeremy talked about that last week. I'll take some time this week and find some swag that we can give out and figure out a way to where you got to leave something in the review that says you're wanting the swag, or I don't know. We got to figure out some way. That way, it's
I got a
lot of people.
Strixon golf glove here that we can give out. I got a used Titleist 3 Pro V1. What do you want?
I got some smooth range balls from Las Vegas Golf Center.
I got a ton of true Linkswear stickers we can give out.
Put together a whole briefcase of shit.
Yeah, just random stuff.
This bag stinks.
I got an extra Slum Village Fantastic Volume 2 vinyl that I'm not going to use.
Oh, wow. I got some empty cans and some big dogs.
Just leave a review.
Yeah, please leave a review. And we'll be back next week with another show. In the meantime, make sure you get out there this weekend, and chase some daylight.
Later.